Today, we're going to talk about the infamous algorithm.
Bing bong.
Nice flippin' choice. What's up, you short-term rental savants? It's Garrett Brown from the Nice Flippin' Choice channel, back with another Airbnb or short-term rental or VRBO, whatever you want to call it, marketing video. It's a word that we've all heard and still don't even understand what it means. Finding out what exactly a tech company does with their algorithm is usually about as transparent as the government with our taxes, but there are a few things that pretty much hold weight in every single algorithm across the board. Most people don't understand what it is, but I have studied the great art of algorithm.
What?
But no, AI-based algorithms have pretty much dominated the internet as of recently, so you need to figure out what exactly is going on with them and how it can apply for your short-term rental. One metric that will always apply to ranking higher on pretty much any algorithm you come across is the CTR rate, click-through rate. One saying I do love is you can't capture the hearts of people until you capture their eyes and ears. This applies with the click-through rate. What people see very quickly while scrolling on, let's just take Airbnb for example, will highly determine how much further they're gonna go with your listing. The CTR, the click-through rate, is the percentage of times that your listing pops up in a database or people are scrolling by it, and when it actually gets clicked. That percentage can vary pretty differently on Airbnb, and they don't release these statistics to you. There are a few simple ways to figure out which way it's actually working better for you. Now let's just take it straight to the Airbnb platform, and I'll kind of show you what exactly I'm meaning when you can see what your click-through rate could be and what some of your competition in your area, how they are performing with their click-through rate and how you can beat them.
Oh my God, they're racing each other on foot. These men will not quit.
So I typed in one of the areas that I'm in, which is near Lake Livingston, Texas, put in a random date for now. There probably is more properties out there, but let's just take a quick peek on what exactly there is. First house over here, that's a rare find, pretty good photos. One thing that you can quickly do no matter what, especially in the area you're in, or if your listing is already live, is go to the area you're in and start just quickly looking at these photos. There's a few things I'm gonna point out as I'm scrolling in a minute about this first page of photos and what initially caught my eye and some things that are interesting. But one thing you can quickly see, there's not many professional photos on there. There are a couple on there, and then somebody's trying these collages as well. Seems like the same company. I've been seeing people A and B test that. But we're gonna take a quick glance at what all the main picture or what your superstar picture, I'd like to call it, is the first picture that pops up as we look through Airbnb. They've made a lot of changes recently to their algorithm, but the main things that are important, you can see from this first page from just looking at it. It's gonna be your title, it's gonna be your rating, your superstar picture, and a quick brief summary of what exactly the place has between bed count and even the first 5 or 6 words you get of your description. And then the other thing that's shown is the price. It says we can kind of quickly see a lot of these photos are really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not impressed with a lot of them. Like even this one, just a picture of the tree in front of the lake. We've got to do better out here, people. We've got to do a little bit better. So always pay that extra few $100 to get some real pro photography. This one I really, really like. It's got the sunset photo. Even if it isn't a professional photography photo, you still can see quite a bit of detail. And one thing that it shows is if you have some really cool outdoor areas, including how unique the place is, don't be afraid to show that. Because if they like what they see on the outside and that's your most interesting place, I always pick your most breathtaking place to be your superstar photo, in my opinion. But if it happens to be the outside, which I'm hoping it does, then they'll be more willing to even go and look at the inside photos on the other side. One thing to note that I have seen a lot of different people doing on this page in particular is the collage photo. One company in particular, looks like they've branded a few of them like that. I don't know, I've heard they have good professional photos for those as well. I've heard different reviews on people if they think that's actually the best way to go. I'm gonna split test it on a few of my properties soon to see if it works better with the collage photos of different things, or if it's better to just go with the one really, really cool looking photo to start with. I have a few different properties I'll be able to test it on, and they're all a little bit different styles, so I will report back to y'all. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. Should you rather do the collage photos like some of these, or should it just be one super solid superstar photo? Let me know in the comments. So as you can see, you really, really need to figure out what are those 5 words you're gonna have as your description very, very early on, because those are the only ones you can actually see. And that rating really needs to be really high. If you end up having a few bad ratings, and I'll make a whole nother video about rating systems and how to get better ratings and give 5-star service and get it reciprocated back to you in your rating. But for now, hire top-notch cleaners, have top-notch guest service, and really try to up your listing even more. Gone are the days where you can just put a bed in a house and hope that it rents out a lot. You got to provide some things that the guests are actually going to want, and we got to add some amenities to these places to keep stepping up the Airbnb short-term rental game for all hosts around. I feel like there's going to be a pretty big exodus pretty soon, and a lot of the bottom tier hosts are going to leave. A lot of the cream of the crop are going to rise, while demand keeps rising for all these guests trying to come out and try new places. One thing that is very prominent in marketing that I mentioned a couple times too is called A/B testing. Don't be afraid to try one photo for a little while and then switch to another one, and that be the only change. Or you do one small change. When you do A/B testing of whatever you want to try, it could be a different description. It could be taking off your cleaning fee and try to bake that into the cost actually of the place, or adding a few more dollars into your price per night and then trying to spend that extra revenue on marketing. Try different things that are one small change and then see what the results are. You know, each month could be different for you too, depending on the month of the season and how seasonality and how much seasonality you have in the area you're actually in. But A/B testing can be some good information for you to figure out what are some good photos to use, what kind of description you need to use. And you also can do these with ads as well that you're testing out between Facebook, Google, YouTube, all the platforms under the sun that have an algorithm like we talked about. Click-through rate, very important no matter what algorithm you're on though. And subscribing to my channel is also very important for the YouTube algorithm. So I appreciate it if you would. If you thought this content was valuable, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Until next time, peace.